Hi, my name is John Smith with Prevost Law Firm. Today, I'm here with our client, Jason. We just wrapped up Jason's case, and he has been gracious enough to spend a few minutes with us talking about it, and which I really appreciate. So thank you, Jason, for doing that. So first, tell me a little background about your situation, who your installer was, and the mess they left you in.
Okay, well, my installer was addicts, and well, they came at me with a deal for a free AC and heat unit, and it was an incentive to go solar. And so I told him to spit me his pitch, and he spit it, and he told me this and that. I told him, well, I've got a big family, and this was right after COVID, and the economy was pretty bad, and so I told him point blank, I was like, look, let's cut all the BS, is this going to lower my cost for electricity? That's just basically what it boiled down to, and he promised me that he would lower my cost for electricity. I said, okay. And he spit some numbers, and he told me that it would replace my electric bill, that I would not have an electric bill, and which sounded great, because my loan was going to stay the same for 25 years, but electric was going to go up, but I didn't have to worry about that. So that sounded great to me. And then fast forward to as soon as they turned it on, all communication stopped for one. But they told me there's an arrow on the right says it's using my solar, and an arrow on the left says it's using the grid. And it was sure coming off the left a lot. And I couldn't get a hold of them to ask them or none of that. And well, sure enough, it only lowered my electric bill by like $30. And they wanted me to pay $250 a month. So I still had a $150 electric bill plus the $250 for the solar. And I told them before we went through with it that if I still had an electric bill, I was only going to pay the one that kept my lights on, And I guess they didn't care because it wasn't their problem after, we signed the loan with the bank. And so after contacting the bank and trying to get them to help me, and they were going to get them to contact me, and it finally took like 3 months for them to contact me. And they told me that the system works just like they said, that any problems is between me and the bank. And I was like, okay, that's, that's not right. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was messaging the bank, talking with them, and, they understood my point of view, and they were trying to get addicts to work with me. And basically addicts was just telling me it's not their problem anymore, blah, blah, blah. So I seen a ad for Prevost Law Firm, and I called Neil, and we talked for probably about 30, 45 minutes. And he's a really good dude, and we hit it off, and, he said that he could help me. And we started on a journey, and he sure enough did. He helped me 100% get out of the bind they got me in.
That's awesome to hear, Jason. So we sued your lender, and we settled with them. So we can't talk about the settlement terms or mention even the lender's name. But tell me, how happy are you with the results that we got you?
100%. 100% happy. Couldn't be happier.
It's great to hear. That's great to hear. So what would you say to somebody else who's thinking about hiring Prevost Law Firm to help with their solar panel case?
I would definitely recommend it. If you're in a bind and you were lied to, or you were misled, and they promised you one thing and fed you another, talk to Prevost. They work for me.
It's awesome.
They got me exactly what I needed.
That's awesome, Jason. Well, Jason, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to talk with me and tell everything. It's going to help other people. And I'm so happy with the results we got you. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank y'all once again.
You're welcome.